OPR's replacement tie rod end we're taking a look at today is going to be a good OEM quality factory replacement option for Mustang owners out there that are on a budget and need a new tie rod end from either years of abuse or maybe even a little bit of an altercation with a curb. Now, looking towards the installation, despite its size, this is something that's going to warrant a 2-hour job. I will be giving it a pretty involved 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter here, and we'll have a little bit more information for you coming up on that later. So some typical symptoms of a bad tie rod end can easily be characterized by squeaking or noises when you're tacking bumps in the road or potholes, especially when you're turning. But in my personal experience, what I felt in the past is overall just a really loose or a disconnected steering wheel feel. Manufactured from factory-style equipment, this direct replacement is going to be forged and heat-treated to give you the best grain structure possible, which in layman's terms just means that it's going to be really strong. Now, additionally, this is going to feature a patented cover plate design that's going to sandwich the ball stud between the upper and lower bearing. What that's going to do is cut down on axial lash. Now, what this all means here, guys, is that this factory-style replacement is going to consistently give you the right amount of preload, which in turn is going to affect the steering shaft effort, so you're not going to have this wear unevenly over time. Now, another great aspect about this end is that it's going to feature a polychloroprene compound. Now, this is basically a strong rubber compound that's going to ensure that it can take a beating from any type of abrasion, dirt, and debris, as well as high temperatures. Now, additionally, these seals will feature a grease relief valve, so you can essentially flush all that bad stuff out of the end itself, re-grease it, and then you're good to go. Now, in terms of the pricing, expect to be spending $30 per side here. That's honestly a small price to pay to get your car back on the road in a pinch and get that steering back in check. Now, on the flip side here, guys, a factory-style replacement over the counter from your local dealership is likely going to run probably around $50. For the pricing here, it's honestly a no-brainer in the event you need to get your Mustang back on the road fast. Now, looking at the installation, like I said earlier, this is going to warrant an easy 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here, but expect to be wrenching for a couple hours. So getting started, you're obviously going to want to get that car off the ground, and a quick tip here is that whichever side you decide to work on or you need to work on, make sure to turn your wheels in whichever direction you're starting with. But after that, you're going to begin by removing the cotter pin, followed by the castle nut. Now, another quick tip here is that you're going to want to mark the inner tie rod shaft where the lock nut is, so that when you go to get your factory replacement back in line, you're going to know exactly where it needs to be. But after that, you're going to want to use a pickle fork and a mallet to dislodge the end of the tie rod. After that, you're going to want to loosen the lock nut and then untwist the tie rod end. Now, at this point, guys, that is going to be about 50% of the way into the uninstallation. Once you're done there, it's more or less getting your new OPR replacement in line, reinstalling everything in the reverse order, getting your wheels back on the car, get the car on the ground, and then head out for a solid alignment, and then you're good to go. So that's going to wrap up my quick review of OPR's front outer tie rod end, fitting your 1994 through 2004 Mustang, which can be found right here at AmericanMuscle.com.